Many horror slash thriller films tend to have locked off locations where no one's even heard of or would ever consider going due to the eeriness of that specific location. This has connotations of loneliness and isolation due to being alone in an unknown setting. However, in my opening sequence, it contains a wide area where people tend to go a lot. This is more fearful because of the thought of something bad happening in an open area, and those people that have saw are not doing anything about the situation is shocking and scary to even think of. However, there are some movies that have shown this, such as Resident Evil Afterlife. A girl is standing in the rain in the middle of a big crowd where everyone's not even paying any attention to her. And she grabs a man and bites him, and no one seems to help, they only just run away. There was a fair amount of blood used in my opening sequence, which is normal for a horror movie. This is shown in I Saw the Devil, which is a Korean horror movie which I based my own opening sequence on. It shows violence of blood, however it's not expressed majorly until after the opening sequence. The blood suggests that someone is weak and vulnerable at that moment. And blood is red and it has connotations of danger, yet it has other connotations of strength and power, which is ironic for the situation. Horror slash thriller films always have a serial killer. The killer may or may not be human, but they are always there, which make the film more frightening, especially if the killer is human, because that makes the audience empathise with the characters and make them wonder if it was their own family, which I decided to do in my opening sequence. I Saw the Devil is purely a revenge movie when a man wanted to teach the killer a lesson as the killer killed his wife. It enters the life of a middle-class man who only ends up wanting an apology from the murderer who killed his wife, yet that doesn't happen. This was done to make the audience put themselves in the situation, as this exact thing happens to some unfortunate families around the world. The lighting in horror slash thriller movies are dark, as it has low-key lighting, and this gives the audience a sense that something bad is about to happen. This is used at the end of my opening sequence, which shows the dead body, and the sense of low-key lighting tells the audience that something bad has happened. The low-key lighting is also shown when the killer is looking at the dead body and turns away. This suggests that he is an evil character and has no mercy, as he just leaves her there. The costume that the killer has is all black, with a hood, and this suggests that he is a dark and mischievous character, and the colour black has connotations of death and destruction, as well as fearing the unknown. There are no bright colours within a setting or costume of a horror slash thriller movie, as they are more serious and tend to give a sense of horror and fear to the audience. However, in Stephen King's It, bright colours are used, but this is because it's considered a child-friendly film. If you're creating a horror slash thriller film like I did, I would suggest that you use a mixture of close-up shots as well as medium shots. Medium shots give me and the audience a sense of who that character is and what they are like through their costume. Close-ups emphasize on the character's face, and this shows their facial expressions as well as details that are put onto them. I use a close-up of Kasha's face, which shows the blood on her face to the audience. And the blood is an important thing as it shows that something bad has happened, even though it's shown for a split second. I used the long shot to show the setting that Kasha and David was in as she was dead. The setting was dark and isolated, as it was full of trees and leaves, and this sets the horror slash thriller genre. This was shown at the end of my opening sequence. This was shown at the end of the opening sequence from I Saw the Devil, as it shows a long shot of the trees and the car as it's slowly zooming out. Shadow focus was used during my opening sequence when Kasha walked was walking and a close-up is done of half of her face, seeing the killer behind her. As it is focused on Kasha, the audience can see the danger that she is in. However, Kasha herself is completely unaware due to her face looking down, not paying any attention. I use panning when showing Kasha walk, and then you see David from behind the tree for a quick moment, and this creates an effect on the audience as it creates tension, making them question what they just saw. A high angle was used when I was showing her eye and her body to show that she has fallen victim and she is now unable to do anything due to her weakness and vulnerability. Using high angles and low angles in movies is common as it makes the audience pity the victim and feel intimidated by the person in power. Horror/thriller films normally have a strong, impactful dialogue, such as short words and phrases such as help and please. However, I didn't use any dialogue in my opening sequence, and I did this because I felt that it was more effective. This is because the change of having no dialogue will make the audience question what is happening and will make them feel uneasy as they will only hear ambient sound and non-diegetic sound. The ambient sound is crucial, not only in horror movies but in all movies in general, to show that something's happening in a natural setting. I use this in my movie with the wind and cars passing to portray the natural everyday feel. I use non-diegetic sounds in my movie, such as tension build-up, such as horror sound effects and music, which is common in horror/thriller movies. The music that I used was to increase the pressure that the audience may be feeling. The Insidious franchise is well known for its non-diegetic sounds, which they use to create strong tension for the audience. The Conjuring is another example of a movie that does this. Montages are done to create a sense of panic within horror/thriller movies, such as the Saw franchise. However, as my movie is not as violent and bloody, I didn't need that. Long takes are also used, which make the audience question what is going to happen next and to build suspense for the audience. This is shown in the movie Paranormal Activity, as they took on a different way of filming horror. Shot reverse shot is used to show the contrast between things during horror movies, and this is mainly used to show how things are related. For example, in the new movie Rings, it will show a girl and then the banging on the door. Then went to the girl as she looked frightened, and then to the door again, and it shows the girl walk up to the door.